all across Pakistan will face the impacts of El Nino, and it is still facing. You can just start from the southern part of Pakistan, from Sindh and Baluchistan. There, the temperature is rising, and we are expecting the less rainfall this year, which means we will have the more tricky year for our rice and sugarcane crop, because those both crops need and require more water in the start. And if we do not have the ideal rainfall, mean depleting soil moisture and demand for more water, which will certainly impact the crop productivity. If we talk about the Barani areas, they are going to have the biggest hit, because in Barani areas, most of the agriculture and the communities are relying on the rains. And during the El Nino years, due to the precipitation rise, we may see, and we are currently experiencing, less rainfall, which will impact the crop productivity in those regions. In Central Punjab, we can see, and we are facing since March, because in March, the temperature was around 35, 36 degrees centigrade this year. And the wheat and maize crop ideally need that temperature at 26, 27 degrees, which was last year, ideally ranging between 25 to 29 degrees. And we had a very good crops productivity. And this year, we lost that. Similarly, the El Nino will impact the northern region of Pakistan with higher temperature, mean more GLOFS, more glacier melts, and more flash floods. So this is the phenomenon. No doubt it's the cyclical phenomenon. This is coming every 5-7 years. But this year we are facing a little more intensity than our previous years. And all across Pakistan, we are facing it, not only the agriculture sector, but your health sector will also be impacted. Your education sector is also being impacted. And all across Pakistan, the economy will face some jolts when we talk about the agriculture sector, because Pakistan is naturally an agriculture economy.
Now, Mr. Amir, I have another question for you. What could be the implications of El Nino for agriculture, especially for farmers dependent on predictable rainfall and water supplies? And what early warnings and preparedness measures are currently in place to help communities and provincial authorities respond to these climate-related risks?
Pakistan is an agriculture economy, and most of the regions are agriculture-producing regions, from Sindh, Balochistan, Punjab, and then certainly to northern Pakistan and KP and GB. The major impact what we are facing in the southern part of the country will be the less rainfall, means the less moisture or depletion moisture in our soils, which mean that our crop productivity cost will be higher. And we will have to invest more in the irrigation sector, and we are currently experiencing a demand in the irrigation and power supply. Diesel prices are already higher, electricity prices are already higher, and we have seen this phenomenon impact on our wheat crop as well, because this year we have seen 35, 36 degrees centigrade of the temperature in March, which was the last year, which was just around 26, 27, which were ideal for wheat and maize crop. And this year, due to that particular temperature, we have seen the pollination issues. The yield was not ideally came to the farmers, which means that their production cost went higher, but the profitability was not up to the mark. Since we are talking about the agencies and the authorities like PDMS and NDMS, they are primarily working on issuing the advisories and the early warnings through the extension departments in agriculture sector and other aligned departments like the Deputy Commissioner Office in all the districts. But still, there are something we need at the governance level, like the seeds. Mostly we are relying on are the hybrid seeds. The pesticides we are using are currently being imported from all across the world. But we do not have the accountability mechanism, because the claims for the agriculture inputs are that they are heat tolerant, they are heat resistant. But when the crops fail, it actually have a multiplier effect, not only your social segments of the society, like the farmers in the rural communities, also on your economy, because the national food security is challenged always. So beside issuing the early warning systems and placing the early warning scenarios at the grassroots level, we need to have a strong agriculture accountability mechanisms, because if the things and the inputs are not up to the mark, and they are not climate resilient and heat resilient, but marketed as the climate resilient seeds and they are not performing well, there should be a very strong governance system for the accountability of the inputs supplying to the agriculture sector of Pakistan. So we have to work together with the private sector, with the government, and certainly the civil society and the farming community to chart a framework for not only issuing the advisories at the local level, but to enhance the adaptability towards the El Nino, because this is the natural phenomenon. It will, if this is the extreme year, we will see it another extreme year of La Nina, like we have seen in 2022, next 2-3 years, and then we will see same after 7-8 years another El Nino. So we need to start working today from accountability to governance, and then issuing the advisories at the very local level to make our agriculture sector more resilient against the impacts of these weather phenomena, and to make the country economically and financially as well as food secure.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Zainul Haq and Mr. Amir Hayat Bandara, here on Express 24/7.